everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to Market Color Recap. My name is Sabi Abi and I'm just going to spend a few minutes doing a quick recap on the asset classes that we looked at this morning, commodity currencies, after which we'll now go further to touch on indices just to see how these asset classes have played out so far. So if you happen to miss out this morning's session, please do well to go watch the recap. We gave a very detailed step-by-step approach of what we're looking for. So you may want to watch that so you can see or have a better understanding of this recap session, all right? Okay, so let's go quickly into what has played out so far. Okay, we can now proceed. So, AUD USD, NZD USD, and USD CAD. Sorry about that. This morning we said we're looking at AUD USD giving us a temporal buy to continue to sell, following what we saw on H4. Zoom in, you see this. We said we want to see price temporarily buy back into these zones, and we marked out our different points of interest. This is point of interest 1, sorry about that. Point of interest 1, point of interest 2, point of interest 3, and 4. So I'm waiting for price to eventually retrace into the zones. That is, if I want to continue to sell following this recent break of structure that we had. However, we then said that if AUD USD continues to buy and breaks through these zones, violates them, then we know that AUD USD will be pushing higher. We also proceeded to say, if we see confirmations that give us room to take these buys back into zones where we're looking to sell, we'll be taking them. So we're looking at a temporal buy to sell of AUD USD, similar to what we looked for or saw rather on NZD USD, a temporal buy to sell. Buy into what zones? This is POI 1, 2, 3, 4. This is for the M5 time frame. Then we have more points of interest that we marked out on the 1 hour, 0.57388, 0.58008, and 58217. These are zones we're expecting price to temporarily buy back into before we now start to see more moves downward. So for now, I'm looking to buy NZD USD, looking to buy AUD USD back into those zones. Now, I may not jump in immediately till I see confirmations. That is why it is important, in as much as I have a temporal bias, which is to buy back this retracement. I will not be jumping in till I see confirmations, because NZD USD and AUD USD may dig a bit deeper before we now start to see that buy retracement happen. But that is the overall bias for what I'm looking for. And then finally, for USD CAD, we said we want to see a temporal sell, a sell to buy. So we're looking to sell USD CAD. Remember, it is a retracement sell following what H4 is showing. Sunshine has been printed. So we trade back into the zone so we can continue to buy from this higher time frame point of interest, which is 1.40077 or 1.39849, 1.39392, higher time frames POI, or trade all the way M5 point of interest, these zones, and then we'll continue to buy from these levels. So that is pretty much it. Not much has changed, although it is expected as these asset classes are not the fastest moving asset classes every time. There are times they have a lot of volume, but for now they are still moving quite slowly. My bias has not changed. Again, if you missed this morning session, go watch it so you understand the breakdown, as this is just a recap. With that being said, we're going to go on a very short break so that Debola can come also give us a recap on indices to see if any trade has played out on that asset class. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be back very, very shortly. Cheers and God bless.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are we doing? Hope we're good. Hope we are fine. How are we doing? All right. It's the second part of the market color. We'll be looking at the US very briefly. We did an extensive breakdown of our position earlier this morning, and we had some levels marked out. So quickly, we'll be looking at those places to see if price actually has gotten there or if there's a change whatsoever in the markets. Honestly speaking, what I have going on in the market for now, nothing really much has happened. Price have just, let me share my screen. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen? Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, believe you can see my screen now. All right, so we marked out this level this morning, fair value gap on S&P 500 and the other block just below, right? As it looks now, since price is reacting off from the fair value gap and we're seeing the form of rejection in this fair value gap here, right? However, a more robust level will be the other block. Honestly speaking, both of them can really send price to the upside. Let me adjust this. Both the fair value gap and the other block, right? Which is this and this can both send price to the upside. But then we'll be looking at how this is going to happen. On 15-minute time frame, there's there's no proper shift already. There's no kind of shift. That's what I'm trying to say. This would have been like a proper shift or structure, and then we'll be looking at price coming into to take, some form of inducement or even reacting off from this double fair value gap, right? So, but then we've not gotten that shift yet. So we might not be able to pull that trigger on a buy just yet, right? With a thing of we being patient. If there's a proper break of structure or shift to the upside, shift of market structure, anyone you're comfortable with, then we can now, begin to anticipate our buy properly. What we have now is just a kind of minor reaction, which is not yet confirmed that is going to really send price to the upside until we see more confirmation, which I just mentioned. And now, all right, that being said, we'll be looking at how the market is going to send this, react to this zone if peradventure all of these zones get invalidated, right? Looking at how the market is going to push up. Well, it's a very good day to watch those markets out for a buy, right? The sell we're looking out for this morning didn't happen. Pricing even return to those zones. So it doesn't make sense to start selling again, to start looking for sales as we have now. Price didn't get to those zones. Remember, the idea was that if price actually reversed and got to those zones, we would sell into these current places, this current FVG that price is reacting now, but we didn't even see any form of retracement into our levels. And so those sales levels are just invalidated already. All right, that being said, quickly moving to US 100. US 100 as what reacted from what? Just open. Coming from the not open. Yeah, for like the open. Not up to 50%, but somewhere around there. And we might see further movement to the upside. The downside, we've not seen any shift yet. We've not seen any major shift of structure. Let me look at 15 minutes and 5 minutes. 1 to 5 minutes, there's no proper shift of structure yet, right? There's no shift of structure. So for that reason, I want to chill out a bit, wait for price to shift structure for us to now start looking for, lower time frame entries, which could give us that push to the upside. All right. So one more time, we'll be waiting for this to actually get a proper shift of structure. Actually, I wanted price to react for at least 50%, right? Because there are chances that price would react again, go drive deeper into this. And if not, why not even test this fair value gap right over here? So, But then at least the minimum is to see price react from 50%, which I'll be looking out for. And then on lower time frame to see when a proper shift happens. When there's a shift and then a BOS to the upside, then we can say, okay, we are good for a flight, and then look for entries, so that fair value gap or other block to take position in the market. Almost the same thing again with our US 30 trade. US 30 has entered this zone, right? It's a very good place. Enter this zone, we have acted out this morning. I believe we should see price pushing to the upside on 1 hour time frame. See what we have on 15-minute time frame. See what we have. You have that form of structural break. We're seeing like a shift already happening on US 30. All right, let me put it on 5 minutes. You can get a better picture. Like a shift. The first one is this over here. Like a shift already happening on US 30, and then this entire zone, this FVG can serve for price movement. This here and serve for price movement, right? And price coming down into this zone for it to continue to the upside. So I'll be watching out for this market, honestly. Between now and 3 o'clock, I want to see what price is going to do. Because if we have a positive fundamental backing all of this move to the upside, then I mean there's no point looking for sales. All right. I'll just see what the market does. And then with that, I would place my trade for buy in this market. All right, that being said, that's pretty much what I have going on for this afternoon. Do we have any question and any gray area you want us to look at before we call it a day? Lewis, Noah, Pips Don't Lie, thank you for joining. And Shay, Mr. Shay, is this Shay or Nee or another Shay? Thank you so much for joining. Do we have any question? Do we have any question, any contribution? Thank you, sir. Do you have any question, Lewis, Noah, Shay? Any question? All right. We'll be meeting again tomorrow by 8:30 in the morning. That will be for those interested in GBP USD, GBP USD, that's GU, and Euro USD, yen basket, and gold, right? That's CJ and Cynthia. Thank you. We'll meet again tomorrow. Until next time, cheers and God bless. Sure you use proper risk management. Thank you, guys. Peace out.